Okay, so we are back for our third part in our fourth, no, sorry, yeah, our fourth video in our third part in OnShape. The first video was an organization video where I talked about your naming convention for your folders. And then now we're in our third part where we're creating this part. So a lot of you guys are trying to make your front view of this with coming from this angle from the left here, and well, that's not wrong. It's going to be easier to make your shape and less extrusions if you're coming from the right side here. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. So we're going to create our part, create a document. We're going to say intro to OnShape part 3. Okay, we're going to create our part file. We do need to change our dimensions back to inches, so in case you missed that in the other one, you can change your workspace units. And so, okay, so it is in inches here. It doesn't carry it over to your next one. So you have your inches there. Now we're ready to make your part. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the right plane in this case, because I'm going to start with the outline of the L shape. And so I want to keep with the orientation of that part on the right plane. And we're going to make that L shape. And I'm going to do that with my two rectangles. You can do it with your line tool as well, but this double checks and makes sure that all of your constraints are in there as far as the making sure it's parallel and perpendicular. So now I'm going to go back through and I'm going to use my trimming tool, and so we're going to trim out 2 lines there and then 2 lines here because we double lined up when we put those rectangles on top of each other. And so now we're going to come back and we're going to make our outline of that L shape. And that L shape is 2.5 inches tall. So we're going to say 2.5. It's going to adjust the rest of the part, and it should be 3.5 inches long. So we're going to go all the way across. Okay, and you can see how it actually kind of moved it backwards a little bit there. I'm going to escape out of my part, and let's see if it'll let us drag it. Oh, look at that. So I can drag it back into where the side that it's supposed to be on. And now when I put my dimension on it, it'll be going in the correct direction. Okay, and then I have my 1 inch there, and so I'm just going around the part. And again, this is stuff you're supposed to have your dimensions done in your drawing. So you've got to make sure that you have your hand drawing done of this assignment too. So the steps we're following: make your 2D sketch. We did that. We did that outline of it. We dimensioned it, and now we're going to extrude it. So we're going to extrude it going all the way across. Okay. So I'm going to say finish sketch and extrude. And we have our extrusion is going to be all the way across this part. So it's going to be 0.5 plus another 1.5 plus another 0.5. So let's see if it'll let us. I'm just going to put it in there. So 2.5. Okay, so now I've got kind of the base seat shape of this part, and I'm going to start another sketch on top here. So I've got 2 more sketches to go here. The first one is going to be my rectangle that kind of cuts that top part out. So I'm going to make sure it's going to go with that line there, and then we've just got to put our dimensions in there. So our dimensions going across should be 0.5 from here to here, and then 0.5 from here to here. And we don't have to put in the center, we don't have to dimension all the way across, because we have the 0.5 and the 0.5 here, and the part is already, the dimensions all the way across the part are already decided. We just need to put our dimension going up and down there, and so that should be 0.5. So now we're ready to extrude that. So again, we're following those same steps of create your sketch, dimension your sketch, extrude your sketch. And in this case, it always defaults to addition, but we want to be removing that material, so we change it to remove, and we hit OK, and it's going to automatically change the direction of that extrusion and cut it out. Okay, we got 1 more sketch to go. And this sketch is a rectangle on top of this part right here. So I've just selected sketch tool, selected on top of the part where it's going to be. and then we're going to make our rectangle. We want to make sure that rectangle is all the way on that edge. So let me undo this real quick. So you know it's constrained to the edge when it highlights that edge. See how it's highlighted down there? That way when I click on it, I know that it's perfectly on that edge when I put that little, the rectangle that we're dimensioning. Okay, so now we're going to dimension it, and that rectangle is 1.5 inches long, and I'm getting that from this measurement right here. Okay, so 1.5, and then across that is 0.5, and I'm getting that 0.5 from this 0.5 right here. You can see that extrusion is 0.5 across, so we're going to say 0.5. And then you can see how this side is longer from here to here and here to here than it is from here to here and here. So we're going to put it in another dimension there. That was a lot of here's for the record. Here and here and here and here and here. Well, we're going to put a dimension here to here that gives us our placement dimension across the part. Okay, so we only have one placement dimension on this one because the other one is constrained all the way to the end. So this part's actually pretty much done. We just got to extrude it now. So we're going to hit extrude, and I like to do it from an angle because, again, you can't really see which direction that's going. So we want to do it from an angle. We can see that it's going up, but we want it to be a removal extrusion, so we change it to remove, and then a part's done. So you would take a snip of that and upload it into your assignment. You're good to go.